Hey guys, it's Tasha with Britches Get Stitches. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm coming to you outside from our little Rapunzel balcony, I like to call it. It's off of our bedroom here. I couldn't resist because it's just gorgeous out here. You can hear the birds going. It's the perfect time of year to spend outside, and you know, the sun's like right in my eyes, which means you guys get a great view with that sun, but I don't have to stare at myself and be self-conscious. Anyway, this is Britches Get Stitches. This is my YouTube channel that I use to kind of keep track of my journey of cross stitching and sewing and the like. Those of you that have been here before, you know the whole shebang. Those of you that are new, thanks for coming. It's great to see you. Great to meet you. I hope you stick around. If you like what you see, there's a like button, there's a bell, subscribe, all that jazz. Feel free if you want to know when I'm coming back. I was gonna treat this as like an update, but I have worked on so many projects that I just can't. So this is basically just gonna be a WIP parade. Now, I'm not gonna go through all 80 projects that I have. I'm just gonna go through the 24 that I've been working on for my like this year for WIP Warriors. Now the 24 that I started with is not the 24 that I ended with, because if you've been here through 2024, you know that I've actually finished some stuff. So the 24 have kind of morphed. So because of that, I figured maybe I should get you an update. And so yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. And nothing is in order. My box is hanging out down here. I'm just gonna grab one and show you. I guess the first thing I want to start with is a finish, because this kind of whipped out like crazy. So this is called Summer Happiness. It's from the Just Cross Stitch magazine, the summer 2024. And this one I am using as my smalls exchange for StitchCon. And sorry about the shadow, it's because of the sun, obviously. I'm gonna try to avoid that as much as possible. But oh my gosh, I loved stitching this. This came together so quickly. I did this from a it wasn't tea dyed. I used Rit dye. It was tan with like a touch of gray, because the tan is a little bit more on the yellow side, so the gray helped to kind of like mellow it down a little bit. And it's all the called fors. And I am going to make this into like a flat fold on top of, I've got like a red polka dot fabric and then a green polka dot fabric, and it's going to go on like a board, or not a board, I've got like a crate that I picked up at Hobby Lobby that it's going to go on. And so I'm excited because StitchCon is next week, guys. Oh my goodness. Next week. Anyway, I'm super chill about it. No big deal. It's just StitchCon. What are you talking about? Ugh. Okay, so that was finished since the last time that you've seen it, the last time you've been here. Tons of fun to stitch. I definitely recommend that one. It was a really quick stitch. Like, I feel like I did that in like a week, if that. So definitely dive into that. Okay, so let's get to some WIPs. All right, what do we have here? We have a lot of threads because I was in the middle of stitching this. So this is Respect Your Earth by Romy's Creations. This one is part of the Earth Day collaboration that the Stitchers Collective did on Instagram. And this is where I'm at. I'm hoping to get this one finished in July. So the June finishes event for fandom, we just found out today, was moved to July. So this gets to hang around for a little bit longer, and I'll finish it in July. But also a really quick stitch. This one, let me see if I can figure out what it was on, because I feel like I give you a maybe every time. Respect Your Earth I started it on May 10th, and it is on 28 count white linen 1/1, DMC called for. This is a lot more of a see-through fabric though, so I definitely have to like start and end for every single word so that I don't carry over the thread, which is taking a little bit longer than usual. Let's see. I've got 3 more in here. Yes. So this one, just a little ornament that I started. What are you called? I just have it as a penguin ornament on here. It is from Just Cross Stitch magazine. I started it on March 12th. It's on 18 count white Aida, and the only thing I got going right now is there's some white and there's some black. This is what it's going to look like, just for reference. Again, I was going to save this one for June finishes, but they changed the parameters. It has to be 50 by 50, and I don't think this fits. So we're reassessing, and I might just finish it in June, just because. Same thing on this one. So this is it's a lamppost ornament is what I have it written down as. Here's the name, here's what it is. It's also from Just Cross Stitch magazine. Both these are from the December edition 2023. This is where I'm at, and again, I don't think this one qualifies for finishes anymore, so I will be just finishing it next month. Started it on March 12th, 18 count white Aida DMC. Again, only black so far. What is in here? This is Dimensions kit. Dolphin's Domain. Kind of hoping for a finish on this one, but I doubt it based on the progress and the other things that need to happen this year. But I'm like slowly but surely making progress. I've got one of the dolphins pretty much all the way down except for back stitching, and then I've got 2 of the other 3 started, and I was doing a lot of reef work here. Of course, blue that is the same color as the fabric. This is this my oldest WIP now? I think this is my oldest WIP now that I finished the lighthouse one. No, I can't even remember the name of it. It's a Sure Thing by Dimensions. Now I think this one is my oldest one. Yay! It's looking great though. Like I said, I would like to finish it, but I doubt that I will. I don't see that happening. This one's so old I don't even have a start date for it. Sorry. Alrighty. Back to front? Let's go back to front. So, me made bag. This is the Bluey Sal that I am doing. It's from Olive and Lee's studio on Facebook. They have 2 Sals out. This is the first one. I also have the second one. Eventually we'll get to it. This is where I'm at. I mostly, actually since the last time you saw it, the only thing I've done is a bunch of like white stitches around here. So I took my friction pen and drew around where all the white goes so that I could just fill in as necessary, which has made it a lot easier to work on at work. So this is where we're at. It's gonna be really cute. I'm excited. My daughter eyes it every single time that I pull it out. So I have a feeling this one's going in her room as soon as it's done. Which I don't blame her. I mean, it's adorable. She loves Bluey. She's the kid. I guess she gets the preference. Okay, next up. Also a me made bag. This is, if I can get the pattern out of here, Marianne Kopp by With Thy Needle and Thread. This is the one that I saw on Lauren New Hampshire Stitcher's floss tube and just instantly fell in love with. This is on a me dyed fabric. This is a mix of that marigold and the gray to kind of tone down the yellow of the marigold. And this is, oh, it's looking so good. I love it. It's so much fun. And this is one of those that I like stitch in hand. So it's like a 40 count linen. And I love it. I could stare at it all day. Of course I did iron it and then I folded it. So you've got the creases in there, but I love it. It's gonna be so pretty when it's done. I need to start like rolling them or something. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna end up ironing them all again when I'm done, so no big deal. Okay, next up is the cupcake Sal, the muffin Sal by Creatively Crafting. This is the monthly we get a new release every month and stitch it up. And here is where we are. There's been no progress since the last time you saw it. This was the one that I had stitched up the top 4, and then of course I was saving all of them for June, and they get to hang out for another month. But I'm also going to start, we got 2 of the bonus patterns, and so I need to start those so that I can get those going for finishes as well. Then we've got, oh, the bags just keep going and going and going. Pull this up here. Most of these are me-made bags. I may or may not remember to show them all to you. This is Plum Street Samplers, This Joyous Season. Started this one as part of the hashtag Stitch This Joyous Season with Stitching is Elementary and Mrs. Smith Stitches. This one is on a hazelnut 32 count. Is it XQ Designs, I think? And this is where I'm at. I got a lot of work done on the tree over there. So that's now a really tall tree. So I love this one. Ugh, this fabric is like butter. I could stitch on this one all day. Honestly, I would if I had the time. There's that one. Okay, I know I'm going through these fast, but you guys have seen a lot of them, and we've got like things that we're doing, so I hope you don't mind. At least it gets you onto your next floss tube faster, right? So this one is Treasure Island, which is by Owl Forest Embroidery. I believe it's all the way out now, and I have not finished it, but this is where I'm at. I have that whole outline of the border in, and then I'm working on these waves down here. I wanted to get like different portions of it started, but now I don't have to, because you don't have to have the sail part started in order for it to count as a finish in July. So that's nice. Next up, this is that newer style bag that I had created. Let's see here. This is the Greenhouse of Oddities by Lola Crow Cross Stitch, and again, all of these are out, but I'm not completed. I'm moving this. Is there a thread on here? Yes, there is. I'm moving my needle minder so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I tend to keep my needle on the back of the needle minder because then it holds the thread there. But this is where I'm at. Check it out! Woohoo! I have quite a bit done on there. There's still portions of each SAL that are, or each release that are left to be done, which is good because gotta get them those imaginary points. But gosh, I love stitching on this linen. This is a me dyed 40 count. It's the same linen that I used for Marianne Kopp. Same linen that I used for quite a bit of my smalls. It's the same linen I used for this finish, and I just dyed it different colors for each one. Let's see here. Just like pulling up piles of them. Okay. Me made bag. What are you? Oh, this is Afternoon Tea by Randall Spangler. And I started this one as part of the Year of the Dragon SAL. It was a pop-up that we had in Fandom Stitching, and there are a lot of threads on this. I apologize. This is one that I am attempting to do Royal Rose. I'm not doing the best job of it, but I'm attempting. And this is where I'm at. And I love how the border is evolving. Like the gold on the outside and then the filigree that comes in here just by adding like each different color and such is so much fun to see. This is on a 28 count even weave that where did I get it? I don't know. One of the multiple craft stores that supplies 28 count linen. I don't keep track of where I got them half the time. I just have it. So 28 count even weave. And I believe I had that fabric slated for a whole other pattern and then didn't use it for that pattern because the pop-up came randomly and I was like, well, I need fabric and this is here. Alrighty, what is next? Oh, next I did the botanical blackwork Sal through Steady Thread, I believe it is, and I chose to do the mini instead of like the full one, just because I realized that while I liked the pattern, I didn't like it that much, so I just decided to do this one. But then I screwed the whole thing up because the minis were meant to go in like the beehive arrangement, and which has like 7 openings, and I did the 9 opening one. And for this one, you're supposed to pick some from the larger Sal. I didn't do that. I started stitching the minis, which is fine because I love these minis. But then I had a friend of mine design the final 3. So Amanda Chico over on Instagram, she's in my fandom group, she designed the other 3. So once I get the 6th one in, I'm gonna then put her 3 into this. So, and it, oh gosh, it looks so good. Look at all the, I just like randomly picked color combinations. I love it. Blackwork looks so cool. I should do more of it, but there's a lot of other stitching that I need to do, so I don't. Next up is Welcome to the North Pole by Primrose Cottage Stitches, and I have really enjoyed this one. This one will be a finish this year because I've got all of these done. All I have to do are these last 2 sections down here, and I had planned to finish them during June again, but now it'll be during July, and those will be super quick to stitch up. I'm already like 80% of the way done with the second to last portion, and then Santa and Mrs. Claus are going to stitch up like super fast, so no worries on that one. The next one, Mermaid bag, this is one of my favorite bags, is the Villain Sal that I'm doing as part of fandom, and this one is, I believe it's, I cannot remember the shop on Etsy, but I will attempt to put it in here or link it below, one of the two. And this is the one that is on fabric that I dyed for, you know, to make it look kind of like evilly, and it is 18 count Ada, and I wasn't sure if I had the right size, and so I'm shrinking it a little bit and getting rid of some of the space in between the villains so that everything will fit. And I love working on this. I don't know what I'm going to do when it's done, like how am I going to display it or hang it or whatever, but that's for future Tasha to figure out. Right now I'm just here and enjoying it. Next one is not in a bag because I'm actively working on it, and there must be a needle down there because there is no needle on here. Whoops-a-daisy. This is the 2024 Haid Sal. I chose to do Tinter and Abby, and I'm not as far along as I should be, but I'm hoping to catch up in June, so I'll take this one with me to StitchCon. I'm doing 1/1 10 or 2/1 10 stitch because I need that loop start on this, and I finagled a bigger, wider Q-snap. I'm doing an 11 by, is this 8 or is it 7? I don't know. The middle one long by the big one wide because this is the end of the chart and it like just wasn't fitting on the 8x8. So a lot of brown, but it's looking good. I bet the needle's in the bottom of this box because I was maneuvering things around. Next one is Mermaid bag with that beautiful cross stitch from Cross Stitch Joe. Check her out. She's got some coming, some great ones in her shop, and probably more to come. This is Wizard of Oz by Scott Gustafson, charted by Haid. This was my first Haid that I ever started, and is a big one, is a very big one. And it's going to take me a while to finish it, but I love working on it. I'm coming down into the doorway right now, so it's little by little getting there. I'm trying right now, like I was trying to do royal rose, but this is so confetti that I can't. So what I'm doing is I'm working each of these threads in so I don't have any more hanging. And then I'm going to do the field and frolic method, which is like start with a color and scatter it down, start with a color, scatter it down until your thread runs out, and then you start with a new thread so you never have any dangling to get in your way. And that's more my style, so that's what I'm doing. This one will not be a finish this year. In case you were wondering, this will not be a finish this year. I'm hoping I can make it my focus for 2025 though, because I would love to get some really good progress on that one. There's not that many left. I'm not counting. It's got to be close to 24, but I'm not counting. Oops, sorry. I always think it's weird when people apologize to the camera, but I understand why. Okay, so this next one is the Modern Folk Embroidery 2024 Sal, No Time Like the Present. I am doing this one on like really tiny fabric. I decided to do this one 40 count 1/1 because I love tiny stitches. And this is 502 and no, 522 and 905. Because purple and green are my favorite colors. Mix those together. It's fabulous, darling. Fabulous. And I chose the specific orientation because Marjorie Maid actually recommended that I use that purple for the center like clock. And so because of like that just determined which one was which. So it looks like a lot more green, but the purple's really going to be prominent once it's all done. Okay, and then to stick with the tiny stitching, I am also doing my cats. Why do cats eat plastic? So annoying. Anyway, I'm doing Forevermore, which is Long Dog Samplers. I started this one as part of the Leap Year Sal. And this one is for my husband and I. We have a wedding wall right here in our bedroom that you can't see, so I don't know why I pointed at it. But it's there, I promise. And I am doing this one with Vicki Clayton Silks. And I finally got to pick up the gray and put it in there. And this is also one of her 140 count. And so the purple I did on the first little bit of filigree, and I wanted to see some of the gray, and so I threw that into there. And it's looking beautiful. I love it. So nice, so nice. So there's that one. I'm trying to beat the sun because it's going down. And while it's still showing light, I know it's not going to for long. So many bottoms. This has got to be more than 24. Okay, next one I worked on is the Schoolhouse Rock Sal by the Black Needle Society. They did it as a charity piece. You donated to the school to help with supplies, and you got this pattern. And I did. I loved it. So this is where I'm at. And let me fold it up because this is the width of the pattern. It's on 18 count, and I'm like decided to start smack dab in the middle. I don't actually know how tall it's going to be, but there's my progress on that. I got most of this section done between the last time you saw it and now. So there's that. Next, I've got the Peppermint Purple 2024 Sal, and I had been putting this one on the back burner because I was, again, waiting for June, and I was like, well, I don't know if it's going to be like 50 stitches minimum, 100 stitches minimum. I don't know what it's going to be, so I was like, whatever, I'm just going to go ahead and stitch it. As part of Whip Warriors Mania, you had to do 300 stitches in each of your whips, and so that was what I did. So I did an extra 300 in this, and man, that's looking good. I love that. I was wrong. No Time Like the Present, it's 522 and 986 because this one is 311 and 905. I get the greens mixed up, but it's looking so good. Gosh, I love how blackwork looks. Like I could just stare at this, like it's mesmerizing. Love it. So that's that one. I'm gonna catch up to that one in July again. Start making a list, people. See how many I'm actually doing. Well, this bag got like disjointed. Me made. And this is the Frosted Pumpkin Cottage by the Witchy Stitcher. And this one is on a me dyed fabric. I did it with gray. This is again 40 count. And this is where I'm at. I got that moon in. Oh, it looks good. And a little Santa hat. Look at that. Look at that little ghost. Hey, ghost. What's up? And I started working on this other tree. Got the other bat in. Oh, it looks so good. I just want to keep going. I want to keep going on all of them, obviously. It's like what every single stitcher says about every single pattern that they own and have started. You know, I was looking at my stash though and I was like, man, I have so many patterns. And I obviously bought them all for a reason. I just bumped you again. Like, I know that every single stitcher says that. I bought these for a reason. I want to stitch them. I need to stitch them. So, I don't know. I'm kind of toying with the fact, or with the idea of, like, next year, 2025, I start everything I own and then I don't buy anything new, because that's what I'm trying to do this year, is, like, not buy anything new. It comes and goes. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Should I just start up everything that I have next year in 2025? Should that be like what I do in 2025, is start everything I own so that I can work on it and never do the 24 and 24 or the 25 and 25 or whatever? Like, only I miss Sweet Wee really bad, because there's a lot of things that I want to stitch on that I haven't. Okay. Next one is the summer sal. It's a summer banner sal, which I don't have the full thing for. I don't have a picture or anything like that. I've got like the logo for how they advertised it, and that's about it, because it's a mystery sal that comes out once a week. We've got 2 out so far, and so I'm working on the second one right now. And I decided, you know, 40 count 1/1, it's not small enough. And I decided to pull out a fat quarter of cotton, because it's got holes. You can stitch in it, right? And I love it. I'm a nerd. I'm such a nerd. And so this is what it looks like so far. Those little gray things, they're going to be umbrellas. I'll have it finished later. Actually, if I can finish this section tonight, then I will pop a picture right here so that you can see what it looks like, because it's going to be awesome. Yes. Itty bitty Stitch City. I love it. Oh my gosh. It's so cute. It's supposed to be a banner, guys, and it's gonna be like it's so cute. I love it. I'm a nerd. Ugh. I'm a nerd and I wear that with pride. Yes, I am a nerd. Join me. Okay, next up is the Deadly Aquarium by Lola Crow, and the second release happens tomorrow. The second release happens tomorrow, and I'm almost done with the frame. I'm almost there. And again, I was gonna save the darn release for June. Do I wait till July to put part 1 in? I don't know. I really don't. Like, I want to see it come together. I don't want to get that far behind, because look what happened to Greenhouse. So I don't know. Right now I'm just going to stitch on the frame, because I have more to stitch on the frame. But I'm like, I don't know, all over the place. It's an easy work stitch, so maybe I'll just work on it like at work during my break and stuff. Like, that's doable. I don't know. Give me your opinions. I will totally take them, and I will, like, let you lead me to the path of necessariness. Anyway. I'm just blabbing. It just happens. Okay, that sun is going down. You gotta go, Tasha. Okay, so the next one is the Woman in a Field of Flowers by Ida Rosa, and it's charted by Stitches So Beautiful, who is an amazing company. Really, motorcycle now of all times? Yep. Because we can't just ride through a neighborhood on a motorcycle. We have to rev our way through a neighborhood on a motorcycle at 7:30 at night. No, 8 o'clock at night. Thanks. Okay, anyway, this one stays on, this is happening, stays on my scroll rod. I didn't plan on the balcony or the banister being here. Apologies. This is where it's at. Are you kidding me? This is where it's at. And I'm getting a lot of the like darker coloring in. Sorry, I apologize. And gosh, it just looks like watercolor. Like it looks like a painting. And I absolutely love that effect. How it's just like flowing into the rest of the piece. This is gonna be huge and I'm so ready for it. This is, I love it. This is a lot easier to stitch than the Wizard of Oz, that's for sure. It comes together a lot faster. Probably because it's less confetti, it's more bulky stitching. It's not block stitching, that's for sure. But it's bulkier than the confetti of Wizard of Oz. If you know, you know. Okay, next up is Candy. I keep kicking the table, I'm sorry. Next up is Candy, and it's by Whittier Stitches. And this is the first Fancy Lady that I started. I'm doing this as a stitch along with Subpar Stitches, Hillary. Check her out. She's doing the green version, I'm doing the pink version. And I'm doing this on a piece of 32 count Jacobstatter from Jackson Fabric Arts. Again, if you've not seen them, run over to Etsy because they just put out a whole bunch of, yeah, I think Sarah put out, there's like 4 or 5 new colors, or at least newly stocked colors. And like this, it flows. Oh, I could sleep on this. It's so soft. I love it so much. And this is where I'm at. So I put quite a bit of work into her skin. So I finished her arm and came up and started on her face since the last time you saw it. And I just absolutely love the effect that you get. Like, you can see the light shining on that dress. You can see the vibrancy just shimmering out of that purple, or out of that pink and that gold. Like, that is yellow thread and it looks gold. Like, artists that can do that just amaze me. Absolutely amaze me, because that is not how my brain works. I am a scientist who loves to cross stitch. We welcome all walks of life here. Okay, and these all for now hang out in a Me Made candy bag. Okay, last one. Did I save the best for last? You tell me. This is a blooper reel. Try that again. I'm sorry, that was funny. This is Mermaid Periwinkle, also by Whittier Stitches, and this one I'm doing as part of a test stitch because this pattern is gorgeous and I could not resist. Oh my gosh, and I can't stop. Look at that tail. Oh, beauty incarnate. Oh my gosh. And this fabric is opalescent, it shimmers, and it's just, look at those color combos. Oh, I wish the sun was still shining. I should have showed this one first. I love it. Oh my gosh. Just gonna stare and stare. Needle minder from 2 Needles Pulling Thread. Kathy and Misty. Oh, yeah. Anyway, Mermaid Periwinkle. She's doing great. She's chilling with me every day, day in and day out. That's why she's still in the key snap, because she never leaves my side. So I'm excited, super excited to see that one continue to come together. What are my plans? What are my plans? I don't know. Continue stitching on Mermaid. I have no clue what I'm going to take with me to StitchCon besides Mermaid and my Haid Sal. Honestly, I'm probably just going to take the whole box. Because why not? Why not? I can totally take the whole box. Michelle is coming in town. Michelle Jones. She's going to hang out with me. Coming in from Missouri, and I'm so excited. It's going to be great. We're going to party. I'm going to be stitching so late. Yeah. Why even go to bed? Let's just stitch all night. Will they let us? We can, maybe, nah. Probably not, but we can try. So that's what I have to look forward to. July finishes Mermaid, Tintern Abbey, StitchCon. Trying to block everything else out except for Mermaid and Tintern because those are the two that like need to get done like on a deadline. So that's fingers crossed. Yeah. So those are plans. I can still show you my TBS. I know it's not a regular floss tube, but I'm going to stick with it because I did all the research for it and then decided to throw the plans out the window. So my TBS is Consider the Lilies. Of course, you guys have seen this everywhere. Lauren New Hampshire Stitcher's already finished it. I know that I feel like Janet Jabber might be working on it. Maybe not. Somebody's working on it that I just watched the other day. But it's just, I love this pattern. Yes, it's huge. It's going to have to wait because I have enough babs. Plenty. Consider Lilies is by Heartstring Samplery, which you've already, I know you know, but I say it anyway. What else? I will do my language and then life. But that is all the stitching. If that's all you're here for, thank you for hanging out, and I will see you next time. I'm hoping it won't be another 3 weeks. Honestly, I'm hoping that Michelle and I can film a little bit while we're at StitchCon next week. So hopefully, you know what? There's no hope about it. We're gonna film. Get ready for it, Michelle. It's happening. Okay, anyway, language. So I chose the word hunt. Hunt as in to look for, or to search for something, like to look up, all of that. And so in sign language, and I want to say this, someone pointed out to me that I needed to specify between American Sign Language and British Sign Language, which I didn't even think of, so thank you for pointing that out. I really appreciate it, because last time I was talking about frog, and frog in American Sign Language is different than I think it's just one hand frog, like the throat in British Sign Language. So thank you for pointing it out. I use American Sign Language because that's what Signing Savvy uses, but if you guys want, I can start researching both. I don't mind. Let me know what your preference would be. But hunt, American Sign Language, it's a C over your mouth, almost like a horn. Hunt, hunt, hunt. Okay. And then we can look at it in different languages. So I looked it up in, well, I knew it in Spanish is buscar. Buscar is to look, to hunt, to look for. Buscar, yo busco, tú busques, ella busca. French, it's cherchons, cherchons, and I'm gonna try to like put the like actual like how do you spell it, because that seems to be helpful. So cherchons, cherchons. I looked up Afrikaans, which I thought was really cool. This is how it's spelled, but it said they say it souk. Souk. Next I looked up Greek, and it is sakno. Sakno. And then the final one I looked up was in Maltese, and it is tiftish. Tiftish. And beyond American Sign Language, Spanish, and French, the rest of them I just pick random ones to figure out what the word is, because the three that I am focusing on is American Sign Language, Spanish, and French. Like those are the three that I'm working on myself. And so if there's any other languages that you're curious about, let me know, and I will take a look and see what I can find, because I'm open to looking at all of the different ones. So okay, last thing that I will touch on, yeah, because I don't want to do books because this has been long and I've got other, like, I'll just keep my list of books for later. Life updates. Oh my gosh, guys. Talk about like being rolled over by a steamroller like 12 times in a row. I had to get a new car, which I love the new car, but it was the fact of like having to get the new car and having to go through the process of like finding a new car and what are you looking for? I have no clue. I want a car that drives, but I also like, I need room and I don't need all the gadgets and like, anyway, ended up getting a new car. Love it. It's working out great. But the process to get there was really rough. I have also had like a sinus cold for like, it was really bad for 2 weeks and it's like working itself out now. Like now it's just a little bit of congestion that like is not going away, that almost feels just like allergies, but I've never had allergies my entire life, so who knows. Also, we've got the LARP coming up this weekend. So the reason I'm filming today is because tomorrow we leave for LARP. And I want to attempt to get this up tomorrow. So I'm hoping that this like all loads over onto the computer so that I can like download it and edit it and get it all pulled together, because I want it up tomorrow before we leave. Fingers crossed. I'm super excited for that. I haven't seen these people in like forever. Okay, finally. Okay, we saw them back in like January, so it hasn't been forever, but it feels like forever because I love these guys. They're all amazing. And the LARP has decided to like end at the end of like 2025, so we've only got like 6 games left, and I'm like, I don't really want to, but you know, whatever. I feel like I'm rambling. Anyway, we were like considering having Lou skip kindergarten, but after doing a lot of like research and like talking with teachers and talking with like friends and family and blah blah blah, she's just gonna go right into the pre-K program that they've got at Fairfield Education Building. We thought she was gonna have to do like a whole nother year of preschool, and I was just like, she is like way beyond that. But then they were like, oh no, like she's been doing like preschool stuff, like the next is pre-K, and I didn't really know that there was a difference on those. Apparently there is. First time mom, figure these things out. But anyway, so she's gonna be staying in the pre-K program, not moving on to kindergarten, which is fine because all of her friends are gonna be in the pre-K and blah blah blah. Let's see, what else? Only other thing I want to say is my best friend, she had an illness. She got a little sick and thought she just had the flu, and ended up going into the hospital on Sunday, and it turned a lot more serious than we thought, and ended up like a fight for her life. Her kidneys shut down. She went into kidney failure. She's got an infection of the blood and an infection in her intestines that they don't know the specifics of it or how to fight it. And so she's got kidneys that are functioning at like 13 to 17%, toxin levels that are going up and down throughout the entire, like every day. I think I just said she did her 3rd round of dialysis. She can't see her kids for like a whole week. No one can enter the room unless they're like fully gloved and gowned and everything. Like this thing hit like that. So if you're the praying type, please pray for Bonnie. She's my best friend since college. She's my rock. She and I talk all the time. Been through a lot together. And our like secret language with each other is a turtle emoji. And so one of the things that I want to do is I want to stitch a pattern while I'm thinking about her. And so I reached out to Valerie from Stitch Is So Beautiful, and she found me a few turtle patterns from her inventory to pick, and I found the perfect one. It's this one here that I'm going to be stitching to give to Bonnie when I finish it. Like, it's a long time pattern, but I also just like need something to you know, something that's cathartic to work on when I'm thinking and praying about her. So please add her to your prayer list if you are so inclined, or just cross your fingers if that's not your MO. I would appreciate it. Other than that, other than like the long list of like laundry items, everything's the same old same. The sun is like basically completely left me now. So yeah, I think it's telling me to go inside. I don't know how long this one is going to be at this point, especially after that like blooper fall. So yay, I'm going to pick up everything and head back inside and wait for this to load and do some more stitching and stuff. Working on stitch on table gifts. If you want to know what cool thing I made for people, come sit at my table. Okay, I'm blabbing. So thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. If you made it this far, tell me your favorite thing about summer. Because mine is this scenery, which I'm going to put a video in, like just a short clip of like what I got to see like this past weekend, like what I wake up to. And it's beautiful. I want you to hear it and see it and everything. So I'll leave you with that. Have a great weekend. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. Later.